Start now. Hello, everyone. My name is Magda Oleksiuk. I'm the CEO of CFA Society Poland, and we are on the second meeting regarding the Research Challenge 2026, actually, already, we can call it, since the final will be in 2026 in February. Welcome, everybody, once again. Today's meeting, we want to spend with you, we want to conduct to give you all the rules regarding the Research Challenge competition, and we want to announce the subject company, and our president Krzysztof Jajuga will run the meeting and he will tell you everything and you can ask him all the questions, him and us, we are here all the time. Also together during the meeting we have Aniket Takar, and he's one of the member of the team who won the final, the global final of the Research Challenge last year. I mean this year, but the last competition.
Last edition.
Yes, last edition. And we can ask him also the questions, and he will tell us some more about how they were preparing for the whole competition, for all the report presentation, and then the final. So we will have Aniket with us, and we will answer all your questions. And also I would like to invite you to our website, the contest.cfapoland.org, where we put all the information regarding the meetings, the Research Challenge rules. We are giving the videos, we are giving all the information which can help you in preparation for the Research Challenge. And I will send you on the chat, I will send you the link to this website. And if you have any questions, this is very good point, very good place to go and check and find out. And if you have any more questions or you want to ask us something, we are always for you here. So now I would like to ask our president, Krzysztof Jajuga, to present all the information regarding Research Challenge, but also we are here and you can ask us the questions if you have any.
Okay, so good evening. I think we should start, and thank you for coming. There is, more than 50 people at least, as I see still people are in the waiting room and just coming. So this is the actual informational meeting, and I'm going to provide you with lots of information, hopefully lots of information. This presentation, you are going to get this presentation as well. Plus, of course, there were indication about website, about other materials. There's plenty of these things, but I mean, this is guide maybe for people who didn't hear even about this. This will be very informational, hopefully. So that's my task. Okay, so let's start. I hope that this slide will move. Yes, first of all, I would like to thank sponsors. Our sponsors are not the first time. Our sponsors are Deloitte and Bloomberg, and also we have student sponsors from Wrocław, from Hossa Pro Capital. They established the first student investment fund, or investing fund, I should rather say, in Poland, well, which is a very nice idea. So that's it. First of all, I would like to tell you that this is the 17th edition of the CFA Research Challenge in Poland, and this is 20th edition of the global, let's say, because the competition started in 2006 and the final was in 2007 in the world, and we joined in 2009 as a Poland, and our first final, local final, was in 2010. So this is 17th edition now. And I hope that the results will be also successful. It's getting very popular. I would say this is the most prestigious student competition in the world, in finance, of course. And also this goes in line with the CFA designation, Chartered Financial Analyst. This is definitely number one, the most prestigious certificate in finance in the world. It's global passport, etc. So those of you who would like to have a career in finance, but in financial market, very analytical career, etc. So not doing things that can be replaced by AI. Just you want to be on your own. Probably CFA program is the best, and this is the first step for you. You try what's inside, and then possibly you will register for exam. Okay, so let's go on. This is, of course, there are logo of institutions, CFA Poland, CFA Institute. So you are one of the 170 roughly societies in the world. Our society was established in 2004, basically. So last year we had 20th anniversary. Before we started in 2004 as a Polish Association of Investment Professionals, but in 2005, Association of Investment Management Research changed the name to CFA Institute because it became a huge brand. And then there was also a decision that we change the name of our society, of course. So this is, I think it changed name because I think at the very beginning, I think it was called Global Investment Research Challenge. But now it's called CFA Institute Research Challenge. And of course, it's worldwide. It's between, as you see here, intercollegiate competition between teams of students. So teams of students, they are coming from different universities, but there is no mixture of universities within one team. So the team should be just from one university, right? So there's no possibility that, I don't know, people from Stanford and from Harvard, they build one team. No. That's, of course, education opportunity for you because you learn these things in classroom. Definitely you have the courses in valuation, in investments, financial market, etc., etc. But now this is going to be applied in the real world. So that will be the first step also in your career because you are going to do these things later on when you will be employed by financial institution, by investment fund, whatever. This is organized by local CFA Institute societies, and we are volunteers actually. I'm volunteer. I'm volunteering for 21 years already in CFA Society Poland, and this. I remember the first competition started in 2009. I remember how we tried to find the company, which will be subject company, etc., etc. So it's volunteers, and also your faculty advisors are volunteers in this respect, and also you'll get industry mentors, and they are also volunteers. So they spend time with you because they think this is very nice that people are educated, that are not driven by the stupidity that is coming all over the world from different sources. They do good job. And of course, this is hierarchical competition because winners from local means here Polish competition, will advance to sub-regional and then to regional and possibly also to global final, which will be a great thing if you can do this. And we had these two cases. Last year this year actually is final in May, which was Magda told about Kozminski, who won global final. In 2013, I think global final was won by Wrocław University of Economics and Business. So we have some traditions. And usually Polish teams, they are very much competitive, etc., etc. Okay, let's see what else. How it works. Of course, we try to help you to build teams. Of course, the team is being built by university, by your faculty advisor. The team should compose of 3 to 5 students. The best would be finance students because they are the most advanced in the area of valuation and stuff like this. But of course, sometimes in some universities, there is no finance program, but there's business program, which covers a lot of finance. That should be still okay. What else? Each team works directly with the mentor. We assign mentor to you. This will be a person from CFA Society, one of CFA charter holders probably, who will help you, not in the sense that the person will write a report for you, no, but it will guide you and can spend probably up to 6-8 hours, something like this. It's written in the rules with you to work for the report. And then, of course, if you write a report, this is being evaluated by the graders, also from different people from industry. And then, of course, the winning reports are participating in the competition at Warsaw Stock Exchange, which will be at the end of February. when best teams, 4 or 5 usually teams, are participating, presenting the report, answering questions by another specialist, another, not graders, but these will be jury members. And of course, then I said local winners advance to, we will see, maybe it will be 1 winner or maybe 2 winners. It depends. There are some rules about this. We don't know yet at this moment whether from Poland there will be 1 or 2 teams. We do hope that there will be 2 teams because it's always better. And then these regional competitions are in 3 areas. As you know, the financial world is divided into 3 areas. We are in the area of EMEA, Europe, Middle East, and Africa, which is Europe, Middle East, and Africa, of course. There is Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific is East Asia, which is China, India, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand. And then there are Americas, not only US and Canada, but also Latin America, like Costa Rica, Mexico, Argentina, etc., etc. So these winners, they go to the global final. The winners of each regional final, 2 winners. So together there are 6, and I think it's mentioned, it will be mentioned soon, 6 teams will participate in the global final, which next year, because this will be in May, it will be in Hong Kong. Benefits, sure, you get learning experience, and even teams who do not win, they say, this was a great, because we learned so much, we knew things from our classroom, but now we see how it can be applied in the real world. It takes some time, by the way. I should tell you, it's not like you write report in 1 day. Don't think in this way. I mean, it will take some of your time, but this is your investment. Remember, definition of investment is the sacrifice of present consumption for future uncertain benefits. I think here benefits are very much almost certain, right? You get training in company analysis and also presentation skills. This is important because the second part of the competition, which you present your reports, presentation skills, they matter somehow. Of course, you can put this in your CV, even if you say that we participated in the CFA Research Challenge, we didn't get to the final, but that will pay. Mentoring by industry mentor. And of course, also you will have a network with first of all, professionals, but also with colleagues. I remember when there are then these meetings at the very end, you meet your colleagues, you exchange ideas, etc., etc. Okay, these are sub-regional competitions. As I said, the winner from local competition will advance to sub-regional competition. And you see here sub-regions. Here, Americas maybe is not so interesting for us, and Asia Pacific not as well. But EMEA, they are interesting for us, of course. And you have sub-regions, Sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, so there will be Kenya, possibly, maybe Nigeria. We are in the Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe doesn't contain, of course, this country, which was thrown out because of obvious reasons that happened in 2022. But it contains other societies, I mean, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Slovenia, Serbia, Croatia, Kazakhstan, belongs to Eastern Europe. And then, of course, what else is there? Oh, Ukraine, of course, Turkey, I think, and that's it, probably. And then you have Northern Europe, Southern Europe, Western Europe, and Middle East and North Africa, separate region. So the winners from these sub-regions, they go to the final, to the regional final. And here we go, the dates. You see, this year, there will be, as usually, 3 regional competitions. They will be virtual. A global final will be face-to-face. So, you have to be present, etc. But this regional competitions, sub-regional, they will be virtually, they will be online. A local final in Poland will be face-to-face. Yeah, so we will have local final in Warsaw Stock Exchange, 20-something of February, if I correctly remember. And that's it. Regional semifinals are 2026 and finals 2026, April. And then, as I mentioned, global final is in Hong Kong in May 2026. Important is that, not everybody can participate. I mean, you have to be very careful because if you are registered for CFA exam or if you are CFA charter holder, you are not eligible to participate. This will be checked. So all the ethical things should be checked here. Who is eligible to compete, both undergraduate and undergraduate, of course. So, there are teams even from, in Polish language, licencjat, it's called, right? So undergraduate. And there are also teams there could be mixture of undergraduate to graduate, no problem with this. There cannot be mixture of different universities in one team, but mixture of different programs within one university, why not? When is the challenge? It was already set, so we will have the final in February, the end of February. And then I gave also, the other dates or timing. How can I register? This is crucial. You have to register if you want to participate. Teams are selected by a professor. I'm really pleased that you have so great professors at university. These are so-called faculty advisors. They can also spend several hours with you to help you, not too many hours, but several, of course. And then they will help you to build a team, as I know that works each year in the same way. So my great thanks to faculty advisors. And each year there is almost the same group of faculty advisors. They like this, etc., etc. This is 2025. You see how many students participate, how many volunteers, how many countries, etc., and universities. So usually winning team, I remember in 2013 when Wrocław won, and 2025 when Kosminski won. This was more than 1,100 or even maybe 1,200 universities. So, team from Poland or there were 3 times that team from Philippines won this actually, sorry. And, there was no, Harvard didn't win this, okay, or something like this. Good, we go on. This is 2025. So our last, there was Chicago. The global final was in Chicago. Kosminski won this. And you see here, there were 120 local challenges, including one in Poland. But many challenges in United States are they have many societies in United States. So like 60 or more even. So each society may have a local challenge. So it could be, like in Texas, they have 4 societies. There is one in Dallas, and one in Houston, one in San Antonio, and one in Austin. So they may have 4 competition. They may have, I don't know whether they will have this year, but And you see the winners from Europe, Kosminski and University of Neuchâtel. Then you have 2 universities from Americas, but this is University of Waterloo, that's Canada, Appalachian State, that's United States. And finally, from Asia Pacific, we have Hong Kong and have Sydney. Sydney won 2 or 3 times global final. So they are really very strong usually. Okay, that's just the situation. Although each year there is different team, of course, but they may have some tradition and some good support. This year, until now, we have, of course, the teams can, as you see here, teams can register up to 13th of November. So there is still time. Today is the 4th of November, I believe. But don't hesitate. If you already build a team, register. Don't wait until November 13th, right? And these are universities. Now, at this moment, there are 9 universities that already registered the teams. But I'm pretty sure that there will be more. Looking at the past, there are still some universities who participated. They are still missing. I hope yet missing, right? So again, my strong encouragement is if you have some problems with this, just send a message to our great team in our office, Magda, Joasia, and Jakub. They are here also in this room, this virtual room, and they will help you by no doubt. And thank you very much also. Asia, Jakub, and Magda for this help. Okay, what else? Date, today's kickoff, but November, actually the kickoff, most important kickoff is November 20th. This will be in hybrid form. Actually, face-to-face will be in Poznań, but if you don't have time, it will be probably about 4 p.m. if I correctly remember. And there will be presentation of the company, and the company very soon you learn about the company. Then there is training from Bloomberg. It's very nice that Bloomberg give access to Information services, of course, you know, Bloomberg. And there is some workshop with Brodzinski about forecast. I think everything is hopefully added value for you, right? Very important thing is 15th of January 2026. Final reports. If you miss this date, I'm sorry, but you are not in the competition. I think this will be sometime. I cannot tell you exactly which hour is it, but suppose if this is like 4 p.m. on January 15th, don't wait until 3:50 to send your report. Please do it, you know, a little bit earlier, maybe a few hours earlier, because I don't think you'll make any changes in last hours or minutes. Grading, we will send this to graders, and the graders will have some time because possibly there will be 5 probably, usually just 5. I'm not going to know who wrote the report. You will get letters from us, which means that, I'm sorry, can you hear me? Just want to make sure.
Yes, we can hear you.
Because you know, I get
Yeah, it's
sometimes
all good.
I'm getting message from the system about some instability of the connection, but I think it should be okay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay,
there
yeah.
is some instability, but we are following.
Oh, okay, good. I'm sorry because I cannot move to another network, but I mean that will take again time. Okay, so final report, due report grading. They don't know who are you. They know only letters. You will get letters, so it's purely anonymous. And then when they grade, we have to make decision. I mean, how many teams? 4, 5, usually not too many. And then you will get announcement after February 9th, probably, you know, maybe 2, 3 days later. And you will still have enough time for the presentations for the local final. Again, in the local final, you give the presentation, you are still letters. You are not universities. You are still letters. And then with the final result at the end of this local final, you know, somebody will announce, maybe myself or somebody else will announce, the winner is team B. And then we say, who is team B? Which university is it? Regional final is, you know, there's 1 month later because you have to have this sub-regional final. So in Eastern Europe, there will be one. And then, you know, they go, the winners of the sub-regions like Eastern Europe, Northern Europe, etc., will go to regional final. Still, this will be in virtual form. And by the way, I should tell you that the regional, sub-regional final, regional final are based, regional final, this is based on the just presentation. So report doesn't count. In local final, report is 50% and presentation is 50%. But then in the regional final, presentation only plays a role, and exactly the same as in global final, which will be in May in Hong Kong. So that's the scheme. Rules overview, something I just said already, but just to repeat, it's important. You will either you got already or you will get official rules by CFA Institute, 20 pages or something like this. I will show you this only just to indicate what kind of document is it. Each team consists of 3 to 5 students. You know, it's better to have 5 students than 3, because if something happens, if one of your 3 persons will resign, you are out of the competition, right? So you have to have at least 3 people. So it's better to start with maybe 5 persons. The student must be enrolled, you know, and registered for at least a part-time course loaded at the time of the kickoff meeting. So if they are registered for part-time finance program, which is still okay. Part-time, it means that this is exactly the same as full-time, but you know, usually the classes are on weekends, right? That's what I understand as part-time here. Must be original work. You don't copy. I mean, you don't use AI. Sorry. This should be original. You know, the grader will see immediately whether this is not original work and this was written by AI, right? Don't do this. This is unethical, by the way. Students might not have contact with the subject company except on organized events. Organized event, I will tell you, but this is usually that we will collect questions from you to the company. All the set of questions, there will be deadline for these questions. We will send to the company will answer, and we will send back to all teams the answers to these questions, right? So that will be the way how it works. A student might not enlist the help of any professionals other than the mentor faculty advisor. These two people are important. Your faculty advisor, who taught the course in valuation in corporate finance, whatever was it, and then industry mentor who will help you to guide you how should you construct your report. Members and faculty may not contact the company. Mentors, sorry, I said members. Mentors and faculty may not contact the company. Mentors, faculty, and subject company may not provide, you know this from ethical standards, material non-public information. You know, standard number, I think is number 2A of ethical standards is material non-public information, one of the most important. Written reports must conform to the guidelines set forth by CFA Institute. So there'll be special structure. You have to follow the structure. And then cover and back pages, they are provided, they will be provided. So you have to do this. I mean, it's not a big problem. You just attach this. In case if you get to the oral presentation, to the final, you know, your report will be great. You are not allowed to use props. It's just regular PP PowerPoint presentation. And of course, you have to abide to CFA Institute Code of Ethics and Professional Standard. You have to sign this. And this is true for you students, for mentors. Mentors, if they are CFA Institute charter, they are CFA charter holders, sorry, they, by any doubt, they have to abide by the Code of Ethics and Standards, because each year they sign CFA charter, they sign in order to renew their membership in CFA Institute. They have to sign the pledge that they abide the code and standards, right? So that's crucial. Ethics is number one. Number one attention in terms of different educational things in CFA Institute. It has been around for 43 years already. It's not something new, ethics, for CFA Institute. CFA Institute started this in 1982. Okay, we go on. Research, report writing, this is part of sample report. Usually, you know, this is done that you have some numbers will be on the margins, I mean the left or right, and there will be text. You have to do it in 10 pages if I correctly remember, but this is written in rules. And this is what graders will do. Graders will have 100 points distributed over your different parts of the report. So you see, you know, there is ESG, for example. ESG has been around for, you know, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years now. It was before, it was not part of the report, is now definitely part 15%. So 15 points. So the most important is, of course, valuation, 20 points, financial analysis, a nice investment summary. This is not so easy because you have to prepare a summary for somebody who does not want to read the whole report, but wants to know everything about the company. So that's for grading, for the first part. These teams who go to the presentation, Warsaw Stock Exchange, you present research, of course. You'll have, you know, remember, there will be, if I correctly remember, 10 minutes for this. So, you know, you have to prepare this very carefully. It's not easy to prepare something for 10 minutes from the report that you prepared during 2 months, right? Okay. And then, of course, the graders, juries, we call them panelists, jury panelists. They also answer these questions and they give you points out of 100. For example, there is something like team involvement, only 5 points, but to what extent the whole team is involved. Not there is just one star and 4, you know, other persons, and the star answers all the questions. No, that would be not good. Then the way how you present this, of course, valuation, financial analysis, that's by no doubt. And also materials, because you prepare materials before this this presentation. So jury, the panelists, they will get these materials shortly before. They will also judge a little bit about quality. So that's it. Now, there is a company. You see, there is a company. This year, we are extremely pleased that we got very, you know, well-known company, Cyber Fox. You know, this is 17th edition. I don't think I can repeat all companies they were subject, but I can tell you maybe 10 of them. Winning report in the world this year by Kosminski was based on the DOM development. Winning report in 2013 by Wrocław was based on the report of KGHM, Polska Miedź S.A., right? We had PZU, we had Orlen, we had ASECO, we had Comarch, so you know these technological companies. We have Netia, we have Cyfrowy Polsat, we have Warsaw Stock Exchange as a company. That was the second edition. I remember then Warsaw Stock Exchange started to be listed at the Warsaw Stock Exchange, right? So we thought that would be nice that you know the Warsaw Stock Exchange will be subject company. The first year, I again remember the first year there was Amrest. In first year there was a company called Amrest, related to you know different types of food, etc. So this is the history. And then remember, these are the rules, communication, designated officers only. So there'll be persons designed by I don't know who will be exactly. Would it be IR person, maybe investment relations officer, or maybe CFO? But you will learn these things, you know, on the 20th of November. Organized communication, not contacts, just the questions delivered to us. Each team can deliver questions. We until some date, we will give you date. We gather all questions, sent to company, and that's it. Industry mentor or faculty advisor must be present for all student subject company interactions, and that would be situation also on the 20th of November. You know, because you know there are some rules that within this context. Students may contact and survey company suppliers, customers, vendors, etc., etc. Just like everybody who writes report about the company. First of all, this person comes to the management board and asks, but then they start to ask about, for example, I don't know, if this is car company. We didn't have car company as the subject yet. Maybe there are no car companies in Poland simply. That might be one of the reasons. But in this case, you know, you may contact dealers and ask the dealer, dear dealer, is this type being really sold, or nobody wants to buy it, right? So contact with vendors, dealers, suppliers, customers, etc., etc. And I think that's about it. This is the last slide. I think you are ready to experience greatness. Remember, there is one thing you have here, the websites, etc. There is one important thing that will take time. Please take this into account. That will take time, definitely, but this will pay for you, right? And even, you know, even you may be rewarded, those teams by your faculty advisors who deliver good report, you may get, you know, some waiving of some part of the course, maybe, but that's up to university, of course. We don't deal with this, of course, as a CFA society. I think that's basically it. I'll just want to show you one more thing, hopefully. Okay, the one thing I will try to share. Let me see where it is. I'm sorry, I have to open the file first, which will take okay, a bit of moment. Okay, so I close this presentation, sorry. And then I get file with the official rules. Here we go. This would be this file, probably. You will get this file, or either you have a link to this file, maybe. Just a moment. Okay. Let me share the screen with this one. Okay, here we go. Yes, that's the one. Hopefully you can see it. It's coming. I hope that you can see it. There are 21 pages, and this is CFA Institute Research Challenge. Let me move across the. Yeah, for this season, 2025. So these are official rules for this season, 2025, 2026. I think in many universities, especially in Western Europe, let's say, or in United States, I think the competition already started. And the main reason is that, Poland is very strange in the sense that academic year starts on the 1st of October, whereas in many countries it starts earlier. United States is the last week of August, the same as I think also UK. In Western Europe, mostly is the beginning of September. So we could start this now, October. We already recruited you. You decided to participate. Great, thank you very much. And these are these rules. Let me see. There are different rules, but not all of them are equally important for you. But there are some general things, general provisions. They say what's university, what are the competitions, etc. It's not so important at this moment. Conflicts of interest, you have to avoid conflict of interest. So judges, graders, team members, etc., etc. This is explained. What do we mean by conflicts of interest? You remember standard number 6 within Code of Ethics and Standards of Professional Conduct. 6, that's conflict of interest. And there is one of the important things that they introduced last year. It says avoid or disclose conflict. Before it was disclose. Now avoid. First you have to avoid. If you cannot avoid for some reasons, I don't know, then you have to disclose this, right? Okay, we go on, sorry. Plagiarism, very important. And then you read this very carefully. Also the appropriate citation. I think you also have these rules within university, because usually when the university asks you to write bachelor thesis or master thesis, you have to follow some editorial rules, like different type of references, etc., etc. Okay. Okay, that's it. These are property rights. You have to read this, of course. There are teams. Of course, you have to be sure that you are eligible to participate, that you are still student, that you are registered, and you can participate. You cannot be, yes, this is important. 2.3 team member ineligibility. So who is ineligible? Has previously participated as a team member of the research challenge, or any team that has submitted a written report at the local event. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, this is the rule. I wish that, students can, try once year, and then if they have experience, they can do it next year. But actually, that gives maybe a little bit of unfavorable advantage, right? So that's maybe the reason that they said just once. Who is ineligible, has been or is employed in a role. This is crucial. Within the core investment of professional time of the local kickoff meeting, be careful about this. If you are financial analyst, already you do something else, be careful. Maybe you are not eligible. That should be checked. Of course, you cannot be either previous or recent charter holder, of course, but that's probably true. You cannot be employed by CFA Institute. Well, probably not so much possibility here. Is not under investigation or sanctions by the professional conduct, hopefully not. And no crimes, etc., etc. And then, for purpose of these rules, employed also includes performing services as an independent contractor, so freelancer, consultant, etc., etc. Be very careful about this, because that may spoil your job. And then, of course, there is research, public level of information, etc., etc. So please go through this, read. If you have questions, please send these questions to us. And if we have maybe some very tricky things, we will definitely ask CFA Institute. In the case if there's something which is very difficult problem, we are not quite sure, we would rather ask CFA Institute, because we are not, this is not our research challenge, not CFA Society Poland. We are only organizers. This is CFA Institute who is the owner of this competition. And that's it. Written reports, of course, English language. I'm saying English language because we had some situations several years ago that the team, maybe either they didn't read this or they read this and they didn't understand. They sent a report in Polish. That's strange. I think there were 2 such cases in our history, etc., etc. The presentation is only for those of you who are going to be in the local final. So 4 or 5 teams, something like this. Okay. Faculty advisor, each team may be provided one faculty advisor, has to be employed, and those faculty advisors, I believe, because I know most of professors, I know we meet sometimes and at the conference, etc. I know that they're employed at university, so this should be no problem. What thing you cannot have more than one faculty advisor per team, right? So that's general rule. Opposite this could be true. There could be faculty advisor to several teams, but I think also they may be treated in the symmetric way. Actually, doesn't permitted time 10 hours, not more, 10 hours, and that's ethical issue. You have to take care that it's not more than 10 hours, because otherwise you broke ethical rules here, right? Industry mentor, you'll get industry mentor when you register after kickoff. 20th, this kickoff with the company, which will be 20th of November. Very, very soon you get, within few days, at most few days, you will get industry mentor in this good time that you are going to contact this person. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Sometimes I know the teams, oh, we didn't contact our industry mentor because we didn't want to ask. Maybe our questions were stupid. There are no stupid questions. There could be stupid answers only, right? No, not stupid questions, right? Okay, so that would be think. Time permitted with mentor is only 6, yes, up to 6 hours before you submit the report. Of course, then if you go to the higher level, of course, then this context might be, let's see, for each local, sub-regional, regional, semifinal, the industry mentor may contribute an additional 2 hours. Not so much, but then you are very experienced, so maybe. Okay. These are about judges. Judges are people who judge your presentation at the Warsaw Stock Exchange. And 3.6 graders, these are those who will read your reports and score them, and the best reports will go for the presentation. Oh, that's basically most things here. Here are not so important. Yeah, we registered our competition already, despite that this was, August, but this is okay. And as I know, some teams from 9 universities already registered, but we hope. Asha told me that there are 14 or 15 teams now together from 9 universities. We do hope there will be more, right? And that's mostly it. About sub-regional, this is how many teams will advance, but don't worry about it so much, because this will be mostly for the winners. And then they will take care of this somehow, okay? Global competition, and these are appendices. Appendices say written report guidelines. Please follow these guidelines. Please follow. If there is a cover page, please include cover page, right? I think this is mentioned here. Written report cover with disclosure. Yeah, here we go. This is disclosure, CFA Institute Research, hosted by here CFA Society Poland. And then, of course, there is evaluation form, but the evaluation form is for the graders, and then for the judges as well. Yeah, that's for the judges. They have to give you points and give some comments. That would be nice, because even if you don't advance to the higher levels, you will get comments. Then you can, of course, after this, you can meet grade judges and maybe talk to them, ask, why not? This is criteria where the evaluation methodology is appropriate and detailed, for example, such criterion, etc., etc. And that's about it. Presentation scoring sheet, yes. Tiebreakers. Well, tiebreakers, if the event of a tie, well, sorry, don't think about this now. I hope that we didn't have tie yet. So, but you never know what can happen. Then, of course, this is written what we should do. That's our problem, organizers. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to close this presentation, and maybe this is something good for the questions. There's somebody in the waiting room still, I can see. And then if we can spend a few minutes, and Magda is available, Asha and Jakub and myself, of course. And then there will be last part, there was Yannick coming, person who had this last year and won the competition. So some kind of experience shared, not bad. Okay, so go ahead. I mean, I don't see.
Professorze, we have
Yeah.
the questions on our chat. So I
Okay,
don't know
let's
if it's
see.
better if I read it
I
for
can
you
log to,
or you
yeah,
can
there is a
read.
chat.
Yes,
There is
and
a
we have some
chat.
questions.
Right.
So maybe
First
let's
chat,
start from these questions, and
yeah,
then
because
if you have
first
any
chat,
others.
first chat is from Magda. Magda said you can ask the questions in chat. That's what you do. There is a question from Alan. Is the whole competition in English? I just said this. It's in English. Or we present our results in GPW, well, Warsaw Section Polish. By the way, Alan, Polish should be written with the capital letters. Sorry, if you write Polish with the small letters, that's, that's cringe. That's really cringe. I'm sorry to say it, but, that should be accepted, sorry. We go on. Asha answers here. Just a moment, because I have to move through chat. Asha answers, yes. Does one has to study any specific course, like, for example, economy, to be eligible for? No. I mean, you have to have a knowledge. To answer this, you have a knowledge from eco. There is no course in economy, I think. There is course in economics. Again, please distinguish between economy, which is in Polish language gospodarka, and economics, which is in Polish language ekonomia. But that's different. Sorry. So you don't need to study specific course. I mean, you have to know this if you want to participate. I believe you know it, right? Because possibly most of you, your faculty advisor selected you, and then okay. What else? I think I missed one question before. Sorry, Alexi.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I only today have registered for the competition with my team. I got this link from my friend that have registered earlier. Is it okay that most of us? I think I'm Magda. Yeah, no problem. I think that's organizational issues. I mean, but please do register. Everybody.
There
should
is no
register.
problem, but you have to register by
Yeah,
the
and
13th
please
of
do
November.
it as soon as you can, as you are decide. It doesn't cost anything. It's just your declaration, and possibly I hope not. Possibly you register and then you don't deliver report. It may happen. I hope not, but it may happen. Okay, Kuba asks, just a moment, sorry, because it's whoa. Will we access to the recording of this call? Yes, the answer is yes. Does one has to yeah, that was about this course. Is the university relevant? Is there a specific list of enabled universities? I think I mentioned this. University, and that's mentioned also, Polish university, who is officially registered in Polish regulations as a university.
Or Lithuanian ones, or from Latvia.
Oh yeah, okay. We accept also Lithuanian, Latvian, because we had previous years sometimes teams from Lithuania and Latvia, because they are somehow, they don't have societies there. They are too small maybe. And then, yeah, of course. So there is no list of enabled university. This is universities, they are registered in Poland, they are legal. It's not blah, blah, blah company that says we are university, because it will be illegal. If somebody who cannot use the name university says that I'm university, this is jail, in my opinion. This is criminal thing, right? Dell PC, our team had a member swap. One of us had to resign and email to you about.
He answered already this.
Okay, yeah, okay.
No
So
problem.
we have, okay, so this was answered. It's always better that you, yeah, okay. Will we receive any tools from the organizer that will be necessary to complete? Yes, I mean, our information, you get already these things, official rules, but not template, but the way how the report should look like, and there's also plenty of materials, by the way. If you go to the website of CFA Institute and go to the place when there is a research challenge, first of all, I didn't check today, but first of all, there is also list of winners from the very first one. First one was Boston University in 2007. And there are final reports. I'm not sure about reports, but presentations. So you can have a look at this, right? And there's also other materials helpful, how to write report. They can be helpful for anything, not necessarily for research challenge here. Okay, we go on. Are we analyzing Cyberfox as a whole holding or just as a single company? And that's what's the answer, Magda?
There is a question.
Yeah, I understand,
whole-
but what's the answer?
The holding.
I think so.
I
The
mean, there is no
CyberFox-
single company. It's the CyberFox. They are
the
listed on
CyberFox-
stock exchange. And
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what I
we
just
are
want to
evaluating.
say.
Yeah.
CyberFox is listed because I think we also limited
And this
with
is
the
the whole.
companies that
And this
are
is the
public.
holding.
Yeah, so if
They are
they are sorry, if they are listed at Warsaw Stock Exchange, this is it. We had some other things with this, which were holdings or group of companies, whatever. Is it okay? Not all team members are present on the.
There is no problem.
No problem. No problem. What else? This was swap. Diana. Oh yeah, Diana asked about this one. I'm sorry. So that's. I'm sorry I missed this aspect. We'll see if I saw the Poland. I signed in. Yes, that's true. Well, yeah, we will assign this industry mentor. This will be soon after, very soon after 20th of November, of course. Can we use industry mentor to interview other people from industry as winner team had and report previous year, or we go in touch with such people in the other way? I mean, there are rules written. Remember, your report is your work. Don't copy, because our graders in the previous years, they notice immediately because they know reports about the companies. They say, oh, they use the report of one person and they give the name of analyst who wrote the report about some company. So they see it immediately. Does the 6 hour? Yes, Anna, Magda?
Yes,
Sorry?
I will add here. I mean, we are giving you the industry mentor, but additionally, you can contact other people and ask them the questions. But you have to be ethical, and you cannot ask them to write the report for you or to help you in the too much extent. The industry mentor can spend with you only 6 hours. And this
also
is it. This is the rule.
Be sure if you contact the people, be sure how you will refer to these contacts also, because some are not allowed. Okay, please read official rules. But I guess this is your work. You have industry mentor, you have your faculty advisor, great persons, both of them. I don't know who will be industry mentor particular team yet at this moment. And these are the people. Okay, don't look for something else. You can contact things that are important from the point of view of the company if you know that there are customers of CyberFox, for example, and if you know this customer somehow, right? Well, you can talk to them. Analysts, they can talk to customers, they can talk to suppliers, blah 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 blah. That was mentioned already, right? Does the 6 hour time limit, Jonas, does the 6 hour time limit with the mentor apply to the expert from the industry, external, not from my university, or to the mentor? I mentioned this. I think you have 10 hours at most with your faculty advisor, and you have 6 hours with the assigned mentor. That's the time limit, because these are two most important persons, right? Yeah, okay. What else? Just go. We are entitled to contact with selected company only at the organized meeting, plus possibly one more time if the company provides an additional approval, right? That's what I mentioned. There will be organized meeting 20th of November. That's it. Plus questions that you give us to questions. We'll send the questions. They will give you answers. That's the contact with the company only. CyberFox organized video conference with investors that are publicly held. Are we entitled to ask questions on publicly organized meeting? Oh, that's a tricky question. Can this information distributed? Well, if this is public information, actually, they may have this, they may do this through YouTube or whatever, and investor relations. They have meetings with. You are the same as the other. You are not, as I think. Magda will correct me. You are not restricted not to participate in these things because they are public. If you use public information, it's not that you go for lunch with somebody that will give you non-public information, because that's not only unethical, that's illegal, and that's jail probably, or maybe big fine, not jail, right? Okay.
But I think somewhere earlier we were mentioning that if you want to contact the company, you have to have the presence of mentor. It's better not to approach the company except through the CFA contacts. I mean,
I don't
we
think it's
are-
possible.
Exactly.
We are
So
here.
we
You
are
here to
here
organize
and
your
we are
contact.
answering all the questions you
Because
can have.
remember,
You
we
can
are
be-
responsible for this.
Yes. So
If we do something
please,
wrong, then we will pay the price for this. Okay.
Yeah. Please
That's
be prepared
important.
for the meeting with the company, 20th of November, and later in December, again, you will have the whole, time to ask the questions to the company, and we will transfer all the questions to the company, and all the teams will receive the.
I guess we will have this.
No
we will have this
direct
deadline,
contact.
which Magda says in December. We'll have this deadline not too soon, not on the 25th of November, but not too late. I guess my guess is between 10th and 15th of December, something like this.
Something like that.
That's
yeah.
reasonable, because then you have, of course, Christmas. Okay, so you better think that you will do some work before Christmas also, right? Okay, Alexi, I have in front of me the official written report guidelines. I see the page 10 max info, but don't see any info about the font size. Could you please key on this? I cannot tell you at this moment about the font size.
This is the question. I don't know the font size.
I don't know the answer, but remember, you have 10 pages. If you have font 4 very small, don't do this, because this will be offense to graders, right? Don't do this. I understand that if you take, I don't know, Times New Roman or whatever it is, I guess 10 or 12, I mean, I'm just guessing because it's readable. You want to make too much things in the report in 10 pages, don't make it through, very small letters, because this will be cringe. Again, this will be cringe, and that's it. Adrian, about, I think it jumped somewhere in my computer. Sorry. I'm sorry, I missed this. Okay. About video conference, I said already. These are in front of me, the official written, yes. About Adrian, about the faculty advisor, the faculty advisor will be selected by the team's university. Do we need to contact the university to find out who can? Of course. No, sorry, it's not academic mentor. It's faculty advisor. Please distinguish between these two names. There's faculty advisor. You cannot register without faculty advisor. I mean, because you have to have your faculty advisor.
Yes.
Somebody, if you start to represent your university, and you did some bad things there, I mean, somebody is responsible at university. Then university will be blamed with your mistakes, right? No, faculty advisor responsible will be selected by, of course, each university knows who is the faculty advisor, because it's usually done year by year, the same people. Sometimes there is a small change. So contact immediately.
If you have any problems with it, you can contact us, and we have our professors who we know for the many years, and we can contact you with the professors if you don't really know. I mean, we can help you with it. I mean, we will not do it for you, but we can help you with it.
If these universities are mentioned, we know the people. If there's other university, we also know professors. We contact professor, and professor maybe will be so kind to say, oh, these students want to be, I will be a faculty advisor because I had classes with them, maybe, right?
Yes.
So that's important. Dear professor,
so don't worry if you have problems,
I must run. I see, the Kasia Perez. Kasia will organize the November 20th meeting, and then looking forward to see you. I'll be in face-to-face, but many people, I believe, still be online, but this is important. I hope that cyber folks will be face-to-face, of course, because not online. Okay, good. I think that's about it, what I see here. Or is there more? No, I don't see anything more. No, that's it. So that's it from my side. I thank you very much. It's, spent 1 hour, and I have to go to the other events. The whole day there are events from 7 a.m. until I don't know how long. But there is important person from Kozminski.
We have
share
with us.
So Magda, I leave the floor with you,
sure.
and I thank you very much, and I'm
thank you very
out.
much.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. Good luck.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Hello, Aniket. Now we will pass the floor to Aniket and he will tell us how it was last year, actually, and what they did to win. And I hope you will enjoy what Aniket has to say to us. But if you have any other questions, you can put still in chat, or you can ask orally to me or to Aniket or to Kuba or to Joanna. We are staying with you and we can answer probably all your questions. If we don't have the answer, we will come back to the to Professor and he will help us with it. So yes, Aniket.
Yeah, thank you, Magda. So I don't have enough words. It feels amazing to be sitting on the other side of this meeting. I remember being part of the kickoff meeting and the company meeting online last year. And I feel I'm fortunate enough to be part of the team that had the privilege of winning a global challenge this year. So when I look back at the process and the entire journey, now I feel that the result was important. Yes, we won. But what was more important was what we learned during this journey. Like each one of us spending about 500 hours preparing for the challenge, including presentation, reports, and everything. Don't be scared by this number, but because we still feel that it was well worth it, and maybe we over prepared for the challenge. But yes, it was 500 hours, give or take. Definitely, there were long nights, sometimes an all-nighters just before the Warsaw Stock Exchange and sending in the presentation. And definitely, there were times when we felt, wait, this model does not make sense. Our valuation is not making sense. Our assumptions and stories are straight to be thrown into garbage. But maybe we found our way through this. We had countless debates internally with the team, good session, like a couple of good sessions with our faculty advisor, industry mentors, just to understand if we are going in the right direction. And of course, we were also editing the presentation till the last moment. I still remember multiple teams editing the links in their presentation right on the stage of Warsaw Stock Exchange, just 5 minutes before the kickoff. And we were the third team doing it. There were two teams before us who also edited the links. So yes, you would be working long hours. You would be working until the last moment. There will be deadlines, which I would say you might feel that are impossible, but this is real life. This is how it goes at workplaces. You will learn managing pressure, working in a team, and most importantly, meeting the deadlines. Because you cannot send a report 1 hour after the deadline or the next day. You have to do it within this time frame. One thing that I learned from this challenge is if you don't ask somebody, the answer will always be no. Whether it is reaching for guidance, feedback, challenging an idea within the team, you just need to ask questions. No questions are stupid. You just ask questions, you will get an answer from someone. Maybe you like the answer, maybe you don't like the answer, maybe you take the feedback, you don't take the feedback. That is secondary. But keep asking right questions. And if I were to share one advice, maybe treat this challenge more than just a competition. This is like a full-time learning experience where you would be working, analyzing, communicating, preparing presentation, changing every other day your story until it is final, of course. Also, maybe focus on understanding the business better than anyone else in the room because you should feel like an analyst covering the stock and knowing in and out of the business. It is not just you go on the stage and you try to impress the judges. You try to understand the business to the core. Also, maybe if I could take a minute just to thank everybody who were involved in our journey. Officially, unofficially, we have met and we thank them personally. But our faculty advisor, Franjo Milnaric, uh, industry mentor Kuba Patak from Santander, Piotr Sharadzin from CFA Society, who accompanied us to the challenge in Chicago and helped us with the last minute things and his mentorship, as well as CFA Society Poland for organizing the events. It was amazing to be part of this journey and get a trophy for Poland after 12 years, 13 years. Yes, it was amazing.
Yes, thank you, Aniket. I don't know if you have questions. I would like to ask you the question in the name of our group. what would you advise, what would you suggest to start with? I mean, assuming we have here people who want to start, who wants to participate, what is the best starting point? I mean, what to do?
I would say start reading. You have everything on internet. Industry reports about the company, what it does, how it does. You need to understand the business model. So start with a story and an industry or a business overview, and then jump to valuation. Don't just set up a model and put in numbers hoping for a buy recommendation or sell recommendation. So I would say read, ask questions. You have time until 20th to meet the company. So 16 days, keep reading, and then ask the right questions.
Okay, and before start reading, have you divide who reads what in your team? Did you sit down first and this, divided the what, who is doing what before you started the reading? How it was in your case?
Yes. So in our team, we first divided the broad areas. So there are roughly 5 different areas in the presentation. You can say business description, industry, ESG, valuation, risk, and financials. 5 or 6, you can combine these things. So we first found out areas of interest and divided these 5 areas into individual responsibilities. Then we found a second person who would be helping that person, like the first person, with the research and keeping them accountable. So 2 people were reading about industry, 2 were reading ESG, 2 were doing risk, 3 evaluation. So it was a team effort, and the news about the company was being followed by everyone. So you found some news, you would share it in the group, and not just share the news, but derive insights from it. Say we found that Dom sold more apartments than other competitors. So what did it mean to our story? They are good at selling. Even in bad market, they could sell. So we tried to, whoever was reading was trying to get the insights out, like removing all the fluff and just getting to the main point.
Okay, and did you plan kind of a timetable? Did you have you I don't know, established, agreed some milestones till when you will do what? Did you have such a plan of how do you prepare the report? Did you plan it from the beginning or in the halfway through that first you've read and then you sit down and plan what to do next? How was it?
Yes, we had broad, I would say, deadlines after the kickoff meeting. It was in November. It was 1 week, like this time it is 1 week earlier. Last time we were a week after something. The kickoff was on 22nd, 23rd. It was the same time, I think. But all the dates were 1 week after, like later. So after the kickoff, we started setting deadlines. Like we complete the valuation before Christmas. So we have 25 days to sit and write the report and not focus on valuation. This was one broad deadline, but after we completed the report, we also set a deadline that we start preparing the presentation immediately. Like we have a timing schedule to prepare the presentation. If we get selected, yes, we'll use that presentation. If not, okay, we learned something. We learned making some better presentations. So we always thought that we would be winning, and we prepared a stage ahead.
Yeah, as you can see, we, as the CFA, we learned from you, and now we are doing everything earlier.
Yeah.
So now I hope the teams will have more time between the results and the presentation. So they will have some little time to prepare the presentation and start, presenting. So this we learned from the experience with you, and now it will be more time. But you said you had some timetable to, so now it's the good advice to give you the deadline, the 15th of January. This is the deadline of the report, and now you have to plan the time till the 15th of January when you will do what and who will be responsible for what, and and the working on deadline, as Aniket said.
Yeah. Yes, it is important to set deadlines, and maybe we had a conversation in the group, very interesting, whether we should have an ideal target that is very difficult to achieve, or something that is just standard or normal targets that we know that we could achieve. So what we did was we went for the targets that we felt are ideal, like very difficult to achieve. Maybe we will not achieve them, but we set very strong deadlines and we held ourselves to a highest standard that we could. So if we shot for the moon, we would land on the stars at least.
Okay, so I have one more question. How do you see from experience in what your faculty advisor helped you the most, and in what the industry mentor helped you the most? I mean, with what you went to the faculty advisor, and with what issues, what questions you went to the industry mentor, and who was first? I mean, how you planned to cooperate with them?
Okay. So we had a limited number of hours with both of them. So we first decided we make some progress, and then we first go to, like, we had one meeting with the industry mentor, 30 minutes, just to introduce ourselves after we got to know him, and then create a plan. And with the faculty advisor, the first meeting was after we started the valuation. So the questions about the story particularly went to our industry mentor, the slides, and more about technical valuation and theoretical confirmation of our methods went to the faculty advisor. Like,
Okay.
if our valuation methods made sense, that went to faculty advisor. If it made sense from the academic point of view, that we were not making any mistakes in terms of calculating, let's say, beta or the WAC or something, that went to faculty advisor.
Okay, so one more question, the last one. Was there
Halo, panie
anything,
profesorze.
was there anything what you were lacking from your participation in the research challenge, and we can give the next teams? I mean, have you missed anything? Is there anything what would help you?
I cannot think of
Or you
something
had
like this
everything?
because we had almost everything. Like, CFA Society did provide us with Bloomberg, I think, for a month to collect the data and prepare the reports and everything. But just one thing, maybe if we could start this competition a bit earlier as well,
Earlier.
because
Okay,
I
so
know
this we done.
Because few societies I know have already are done with their regional, because some societies are very big. Like back in I would say Indonesia has already started, Philippines have already started with their competition, India has started, Sydney has completed a few rounds of their competition already. Not Sydney, Australia has completed a few rounds. So maybe if we could start a bit early, this
Okay.
gives good time to just prepare between the local finals and the regionals.
Okay, so step by step, so far we started earlier. Okay, guys, so these were my questions to Aniket. Do you have any questions you would like to ask Aniket or us, or you want to write in chat or ask questions? Feel free. Now you have the time. The 20th of November, we will have a meeting with cyber folks. They are from Poznań, and the meeting will be in Poznań. If you want to come to Poznań, please let us know. We will reimburse the cost of travel to you if you want to go to Poznań. So at least maybe one person from the team, if you want to go to meet the company. The meeting will be held at the university in Poznań, and feel free to come. And the next meeting in Warsaw, we have a kind invitation from Bloomberg. They are inviting us to their office to do the presentation of the Bloomberg platform. But we make sure we make everything for you, for students, to have the access to Bloomberg at your universities. If you are from any university and you don't have the access to Bloomberg, we will provide you with the access, but it's the cooperation between CFA and the university. So we have to contact your university. So far, all the universities which we are representing, which are represented by the people who already enrolled for the research challenge, we know that we are the Bloomberg is giving the access to these universities, and you will have the access to Bloomberg platform, and it will be the access for 2 months from 15th of January, 2 months back. So it will start about 15th of November. You should have the access to the Bloomberg platform, and we will do the training for you at the beginning of December in Bloomberg office. It will be the meeting in the office, but also online. So if you cannot come to Warsaw, you can participate in the meeting online, and we will inform you about it. Just give us the information that you are interested. We will send all the information, and you can watch us on the Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. We are announcing all the events we are providing for the students interested in Research Challenge. And also, I know that your friends, they have the exam today. We will try to ask them to come to the Bloomberg at the beginning of December. I don't know if they will find the time, but if they find the time, we will again have them during our meeting. Maybe you can have the possibility to talk to our team members face to face to ask them some more questions. We are making sure that you have the contact with the our previous winning team. If you have any, if you want to ask some questions which you don't want to ask, openly here, we are still here for you. So I will talk to the team, to Aniket and his friends, if they have time to come to our next meeting in person, which will be held in Warsaw in Bloomberg office, the 2nd of December, I think. Everything, every date, every hour is on our website. You can go in and check it every time. So we are informing you, and you are welcome on all our meetings. Aniket, I think there is a question on chat. How did you feel your financial knowledge before participating in the competition, and then how it changed? Very good question.
Very interesting. Let me put it this way. Before starting the competition, I thought I knew a lot about finance. But after joining the competition, I realized I need to learn a lot. It is a lifelong journey to learn, and you get to learn from everyone, and like the teams that are participating with you, from the industry mentors, faculty advisors. You keep on learning. You would be better, but then there's no end to the quest of knowledge. Every day you will sit and try to learn.
Okay, thank you. I hope it helps. I can see, I think there is a person who wants to ask the question, Abdurrahman.
Yes, thank you very much. My question is how we can explore more about this valuation and those types of writing reports specifically for this research. Which kind of resources did you use, or courses, online materials, or anything that will help us to learn more about this?
Okay, to answer first part of your question, how you can know more about valuation. I assume you would have some of the valuation or corporate finance courses in the universities. I would say these would be a first interaction with valuation. This would likely be a first interaction with valuation. If you have taken these courses, well and good. If not, you would be taking them soon, maybe. And besides that, Professor Damodaran has some of the best courses on YouTube. Like he has a playlist of courses for undergraduation corporate finance and MBA valuation or something. His resources are absolutely the best to use. You'll definitely learn a lot. And coming to about what was this? I don't remember the second part of the question. What was it exactly?
The books or courses, online materials, something to use, if you could suggest.
Again, I would say there's a little book on valuation by Professor Damodaran, I think. There are a couple of books by Professor Damodaran. They are quite good. Then there is, I think, McKinsey Valuation or something. That's a very good book as well by McKinsey. And I think this should be more than enough, these three resources.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I agreed with Aniket. Actually, you should have some courses at the university. You should have go through ways of do the evaluation of the company. And if you are ambitious enough to learn it by yourself, I agree with Aniket, there are some courses on YouTube. I always suggest Wojtek Wyjak preparation for CFA level 1 exams, and he's very good and he's doing very good courses. So you can use this to learn. But actually, to be honest, I think, I don't know on what level you are, I mean, what year of your studies, but look at your studies. And if you have the evaluation course next year, I think it's better to wait for the next year to learn, study the subject very well, and then come to the competition. You can participate in the competition only once. So it's better to have this knowledge, I mean, how to do valuation of the company. You should have basic of this knowledge to participate in the competition, because it will give you the most value. Because since you go through the valuation concept on your course and then you will put it in the practice, then you will do your valuation on your own, you will learn the most. So this is the best way of getting this knowledge. Aniket is saying that, you know, he thought he knew before, and then he realized that he didn't really know, and then he learned. So then he learned. This is after, you know, the stages of learning, first preparing for your university exams, and then you are putting your knowledge into practice, and then you are really learning how to do this. And this is why, to give you a interesting story, this is why CFA Institute allows you to participate in the research challenge only once, because as Aniket said, you learned so much through only participating only once that it will be it will not be fair to those who already participate in the past. So you can participate only once because you learn so much through the participation. And this is why we are, you know, asking you to give us all the information to enroll for this research challenge, that we have to know you really to allow you to participate in the research challenge, because we are checking, you know, this. I mean, we are trying to make it as fair as possible for everybody. It means everybody can participate only once. I know, I don't know, Aniket, you were preparing yourself for 1 year, or it was before you were already interested in the research challenge and then you decided to participate?
Okay, so at Koźmiński University, Magda, we have a preliminaries as a qualifying round for Warsaw Stock Exchange, like not Warsaw Stock Exchange, but the local, to become eligible to participate at the local finals. Local, not finals, but the competition, to be precise. So when I landed, like when I first came to Poland in 2023, I was fascinated by this challenge. So I enrolled myself into the preliminary round. I did not submit the report nor presented it even at Koźmiński University. But that's when I decided, yes, I have a head start of 1 year. I can learn whatever I want, form a good team, maybe because we started forming a team back in September itself, way before the locals. So we had a team ready by end of September. So we were preparing ourselves in advance with the head start over others, and then we delivered.
And you won finally.
There was luck element as well, but yes.
Oh, I saw you. You deserved it. You were very lucky and well prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, do you have any more questions? Okay, if you don't have any more questions, I wish you a good reading, good start. As Aniket said, I would start from forming the group, forming the team, dividing who does what, starting to prepare and read about the company. Come to us to Poznań, 20th of November. You may ask questions to the company. If you don't want to ask questions to the company, you can write down these questions and we will ask the company the questions in December. So the more you know, the more you will be well prepared for the meeting, the better. But as Aniket says, it's the time to start now preparing, putting some deadlines, putting some timetable. I think there was also the question from where to take the reports from the previous years. All the reports, I mean, not all of them, but some of the reports are presented on the CFA website. There are presentations, the reports. So there is a lot of information available, so you can use it. You can use it whatever you want to prepare the good report and put a lot of as much information as possible. Of course, relevant information. First, you have to, as Aniket said, also you have to build your story, and then evaluate the company, and then defend your story in the presentation when you will be presenting to the judges. So this is your task. If you have any more questions, we are here for you. It means me, Jakub, Joanna. You have direct contact with Joanna because she's sending you the information through the emails. So we will invite you to the meetings. We have the next meeting, 20th of November, then the meeting in Bloomberg. You can ask as many questions as you want. We try to bring you the team once again to the Bloomberg meeting. And I wish you good luck, guys. And I know you will learn a lot, and I wish you fun and a good experience, because this is what you are also fighting for. So have fun, really. Thank you very much. Unless you have questions, we are staying here till the end. Let us know. Thank you, and have a nice evening.
Thank you.
And thank you, Aniket. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If our university doesn't have access to Bloomberg, should you write?
What is your university from? What is your university?
And explain our.
Abdurrahman?
Yes.
I mean, because yes, what university you are from?
Vistula University.
We will write down. I mean, if you have a team and you want to participate, we can provide you with the access to Bloomberg platform, because Bloomberg is open to all the university which want to. But we need to have the contact to some professor, because it will be arranged between Bloomberg and your university must be represented by some professor. So we need the contact to some professor. And I have a question, Joanna, do we have any contact to Vistula University or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I guess,
So-
sorry, I guess our member works with Vistula. It's Tomek Kasprowicz, so we can contact him
So
directly.
we can,
and
yeah, we can check it.
for sure, he will support us in managing it.
And do you know maybe Tomek Kasprowicz? You don't?
No, I don't know, but we have another faculty advisor we've mentioned. I can ask them about the professor you are mentioning. Could you write his name, please? I will email him.
We should write which email?
No, the name of the professor you are mentioning.
Tomasz Kasprowicz. I will write it to you. Oh, sorry. Kasprowicz. But I think maybe we can contact you with Tomasz, Kuba. What do you think? I mean, can we? How we can? Maybe you can write to him, but we will write to him also, as so he knows that you are not from somewhere nobody knows where, that we know about the subject, and the CFA Poland is asking him if he can help. He's our member, he's CFA, so maybe he can help you somehow. I don't know, Kuba, you think he's a tutor there? I mean, the professor.
I don't know. I hope he is working still there. So we have to.
You know, he used to work there. Yes,
he used to
and
work there. Mhm.
or maybe he knows people. We will ask him, and when we know anything, we will contact you. But if you have your ways to contact some professor, the best way will be to some corporate finance professor, kind of this subject professor that you want to participate in this challenge, in this competition, and you want help, you know, regarding, for example, the access to Bloomberg, and you can contact us as the CFA, and we will contact, you know, Bloomberg with the university, and that's it. And we are doing so. I mean, it's not like you have the first university which we are, you know, arranging the contact with the Bloomberg. No, we are doing it for every university. So last year for every university it was the first time. So don't worry. I mean, we will do our best to contact, you know, the all the parties, and for your benefit. And it will be for all the students. It's not only you know, restricted to the participants of the research challenge. No, you can, you know, everybody can see it and explore the Bloomberg platform. So there is, I mean, no problem at the university. You don't have to worry that you have to keep it somehow secret or something. No, it's open. Bloomberg is very open, and he's very helpful. And, you know, if the university wants it, we will arrange it.
Yeah, thank you very much. And it will be, we can have access to Bloomberg for 2 months, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
for 2 months. And since, you know, the deadline is the 15th of January, I know in the end you always want them mostly. So we want to push, you know, pass it to the end. So from the 15th of January back to the 15th of November, you will have the access to the Bloomberg. Somehow we are arranging it for the universities now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Your help is appreciated.
No problem. So see you in Poznań, I hope. If not,
Yes,
in Bloomberg's
yes.
office in Warsaw, the 2nd of December. And thank you.
Thank you very much. See you in Poznań.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, I think we can close the
Yeah,
meeting.
let's finish it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.